Welcome to the channel Wire the Word. Imagine waking up every single day with a completely different operating system in your brain. One that quietly turns opportunities into wealth while everyone else is still waiting for permission. That operating system is exactly what separates the rich from everyone else, and today we're pulling back the curtain on it. Decoding the hidden systems of wealth and human nature. The world isn't random. Rather, it runs on invisible systems, psychological wiring, economic levers, status games, and engineered desires that quietly shape how we think, spend, and succeed. Here, we unmask the hidden systems that control wealth, power, and human behavior. We expose the exact psychology of the rich. The real reasons why everything is becoming more expensive. The dark truths behind luxury and status symbols. And the behavioral facts that silently influence every decision you make. In today's video, we're pulling back the curtain on rich people's psychology. The hidden mental operating system that turns ordinary people into the wealthy. The biggest myth is that rich people are smarter, luckier, or more talented. The truth is far simpler. They operate with a different psychological wiring. Studies from Harvard, Stanford, and the University of Chicago show that self-made millionaires consistently score higher on specific psychological traits. First and most important, rich people have mastered extreme temporal discounting, delayed gratification on steroids. They are willing to sacrifice today's pleasure for tomorrow's massive payoff. Warren Buffett could buy any mansion in the world, but he still lives in the same modest house he bought for $31,500 in 1958. He drives a 20-year-old Cadillac and eats at McDonald's for breakfast. Instead of spending on luxury, he reinvests every single dollar so it can compound over decades. That single habit of sacrificing today's pleasure for tomorrow's massive payoff made him one of the richest men in history. Number 2, they believe they control their destiny, internal locus of control. For example, imagine two people lose their job on the same day. The average person says the company is cutting costs, the economy is bad, it's not my fault. The rich person says, this is my opportunity. How can I use this to create something better? They believe their actions and decisions decide their future. Not luck, not the economy, not other people. When the market crashes, the average person says the economy is bad and panics. They sell their stocks, pull out their money, and wait for things to get better. The rich person sees the same crash and calmly asks, how can I profit from this chaos? During the 2008 financial crisis, while millions were selling in fear, Warren Buffett invested billions of dollars into beaten-down companies. He later said, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful." That single mindset turned market chaos into one of the greatest wealth-building opportunities of the century. Third, they see opportunities where others see problems, abundance versus scarcity mindset. Rich people constantly ask, how can I solve this problem for 10,000 people instead of just myself? 4. They don't fear risk. They study it like a science. They practice second-level thinking. Most people see risk as danger. Rich people see risk as information. For example, take Elon Musk in 2008. His first 3 Falcon 1 rockets exploded on the launch pad. To most people, that was clear proof the risk was too dangerous. Time to quit. But Musk treated every explosion as valuable information. He studied the data, made precise changes, and on the 4th launch, the rocket finally succeeded. That single mindset turned SpaceX into the most valuable private space company in the world. 5. They understand that your network is your psychological environment. For example, take a young entrepreneur who used to spend every weekend with friends who constantly complained about money, bosses, and how the system is rigged. His thinking stayed small, negative, and full of excuses. Then he deliberately started surrounding himself with successful founders and investors in mastermind groups. Within a year, his ideas became bigger, new opportunities appeared everywhere, and his income exploded because his network had become his new psychological environment. Here's the one exercise I promised you. For the next 30 days, before every single financial decision, big or small, pause and ask yourself these two questions out loud. First, what would the version of me who already has everything I want do right now? Second, is this decision coming from scarcity or abundance? Write the answers down. This single daily habit has helped countless people shift their entire psychological operating system toward wealth. The rich aren't lucky. They aren't born with special genes or secret advantages. They simply run a completely different psychological operating system in their brain. And right now, you know exactly what that operating system looks like. Drop a comment. Which trait surprised you the most? Subscribe now and turn on notifications to keep yourself updated at the channel Wire the Word. Something more interesting is coming in the next videos. I'll see you in the next one.